Breaking news from West Africa. Burkina Faso has taken a bold and historic step under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré. In a cabinet decision announced this week, the transitional government confirmed that visa fees for all African nationals are now free of charge. Let's be clear. The visa requirement itself remains. But from now on, Africans traveling to Burkina Faso will no longer need to pay a visa fee. Officials explained that the administrative process of applying for a visa is still necessary. Travelers will still present documents, fill out forms, and receive an entry stamp. But the financial barrier, the cost that often discourages movement, has been completely removed. This decision is not just bureaucratic, it is deeply political. It reflects a larger vision for the country, a push toward Pan-African solidarity, regional integration, and the free movement of people across the continent. Burkina Faso hopes that by opening its doors more widely, it can boost trade, attract tourism, and strengthen cultural ties. Officials have described it as a gesture of unity, sending a clear message that Africans are welcome in Burkina Faso, without conditions of wealth or privilege. Observers say the announcement carries strong symbolism. For years, African citizens have often faced more restrictions traveling within Africa than Europeans face traveling inside the European Union. Many Africans still need visas to visit neighboring countries, sometimes paying high fees for short stays. By waiving those fees, Burkina Faso is breaking with that model and promoting a more open Africa. The decision also comes at a time of dramatic transformation in the Sahel region. Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger have moved closer together in recent months, forging new military and economic partnerships after stepping away from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. Analysts say this visa policy fits perfectly into that pattern, removing barriers, strengthening bonds, and asserting sovereignty. Reactions inside Africa have been mixed, but passionate. Supporters call the policy a game-changer for mobility. They point out that visa costs, even when small, often discourage ordinary people from traveling. Students, traders, and tourists alike will now find it easier to visit Burkina Faso. One regional commentator described it as a powerful gesture of African hospitality. Another analyst noted that by lowering barriers, Burkina Faso is taking concrete steps toward the dream of continental unity often spoken about by leaders but rarely implemented in policy. But critics are cautious. They raise questions about implementation. How will airports and land borders handle the change? Will border guards be properly trained to enforce the new rule? Will online systems and consular offices abroad be updated in time? Others raise security concerns. Burkina Faso, like many countries in the Sahel, has faced instability and armed violence. Some critics worry that easier access could make it harder to control security risks. Officials, however, argue that visas will still be required, they are simply free of charge, and security checks will remain in place. Still, the symbolism cannot be denied. At a time when many countries around the world are tightening borders, Burkina Faso is moving in the opposite direction. Instead of restriction, it is offering openness. Instead of exclusion, it is offering welcome. For Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the move may also carry political weight. It strengthens his image as a Pan-African leader, committed to independence, solidarity, and unity. Some observers believe this step could inspire other African governments to reconsider their own visa policies. Indeed, across Africa, the question of free movement has been debated for decades. The African Union has proposed a continent-wide passport, but progress has been slow. Only a handful of countries, such as Rwanda and the Gambia, have made significant efforts to open their borders to fellow Africans. Now Burkina Faso joins that list, and in doing so, it raises the pressure on others to follow. Whether this policy will spread remains to be seen, but what is clear is that Ouagadougou has sent a powerful message. Burkina Faso belongs to Africa, and Africa belongs in Burkina Faso. This is more than a visa change. It is a statement about the future of the continent. It is a declaration of intent from a country that wants to redefine its role in Africa's story. For travelers, the impact will be felt soon at airports and land crossings. For leaders, the impact may last far longer, reshaping how African nations see each other and how the continent moves toward its shared destiny.